It's a nice place. Well, I might have been born just poor white trash, but I sold 1 million records, made a little cash. The doctors and the lawyers, they don't think it's funny that they're living next door to white trash with money. White trash with money, let's go. Listen, did you know Welcome to White Trash with Money. Welcome back to White Trash with Money. Justin Danger Nunley and Kazoo over here. Matt Lyda is my co-host. But if you keep blowing that, it's not going to be for much longer.
Why aren't you dressed up?
I'm not wearing that.
It's New Year's. You're supposed to dress up as party time, man. We're in Nashville.
Just another day of the year. We're doing a best of episode, but you know, this podcast, we're almost at our 1 year anniversary of just knowing each other.
I know.
Right?
Tighten it up on the bottom.
It's as tight as it'll go.
Okay.
We really need like a sponsor for erectile dysfunction. That'd be perfect.
Yes. At this moment, that would be the best time for us to do an ad read right there.
Blue Chew, where you at?
Where you at?
Where you at?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I want that Viagra money. I want that Pfizer money.
Yeah. They still do that?
Oh, yeah.
They're not just pushing
the shot? No. They're,
population control shots?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we're almost at our 1 year anniversary. We met January the 9th in Austin, Texas. You had me out for the 6 Feet Under podcast with
heard about that one.
Yeah, with the Undertaker and Matt Lyda.
Yeah.
And then about a month and a half, my podcast apparently went so bad. A month and a half later, you was
fired.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was unemployed, and as a good Christian, you help those that are in need.
Yeah. I said, hey, I mean, mainly it's because you knew your way around podcast, and I had been fondling the idea for a while.
You were fondling it.
Yeah, fondling.
Okay.
But just ideas.
Just ideas.
Yeah. So this podcast was conceived, I think, what, February the 20th or something?
We looked it up. Yeah, February 20th. So we filmed January 9th, and then by February 20th, you and I were talking about doing a podcast. And like March 2nd, we were throwing names out there. We went duck hunting.
The first suggestion on a podcast episode, the podcast name was Shoot from the Hip.
Yeah.
Which
I'm glad we didn't go with.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Because White Trash for Money's 10 times.
Well, we
better.
went hunting together, and we sat around smoking cigars, and we were like,
we went out to Mossy Pond Lodge.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Jared Wade.
Yep. So we threw out some ideas while we were out there hunting, and we landed on White Trash with Money.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with it, and it's been fun so far.
We
this
slayed
year.
some ducks.
We did. We slayed some ducks on that hunt. That was a good time. We definitely got to go back. Yeah.
We got to go back.
We got to go back.
That was a good time.
Duck season's coming up, so we got to go back.
Yeah. I think every season is duck season at Mossy Pond Lodge.
It is.
There's a lot of damn ducks out there.
There's a ton. But no, that was fun. And then, the podcast, we got a little bit. It's about to fall again.
I'm not trying to fix it right now. We're just rolling with it.
You and your mic.
I've had mic problems the whole time.
Yeah.
From the first time we set foot in, we started our podcast out in Dallas.
Yep.
Right. And kind of our idea was like, do we build a podcast, studio in Fort Walton Beach where I live, or, Savannah or whatever. And I said, why don't we just go to where the people are at?
Yep.
It saves a little bit of money us flying people in.
Yeah.
We just go to them, and we started out in Dallas Fort Worth for PBR, and we've kind of made a home here at Riley Green's bar.
Yeah.
Eric from Love and Theft has been producing the episodes,
and has become
I clearly can't fix the mic.
Yeah. So here, check out our first stint here with my mic problems. My shirt rode up, and I was just I was adjusting things.
So how do you
'cause
feel
I
now?
waller around during the episode. I waller around and I play with this mic for so long that I break the mic.
I do too. I have ADHD
Yeah,
too.
so he
and I
told me,
can't
he's
not.
like, if you're going to mess with this mic this time, mess with this knob. That's why you'll see me reaching down here and playing with that and
Yeah.
adjusting things. I got to have my hands on something, or it's going to go straight on my dick.
Well,
It's
the
bas-
problem hasn't been solved.
Well, it's my fault. I be messing with stuff too much, I sit here and it's like a fidget toy for me.
Yeah, something
you
big
know?
and black in your face, you can't keep your hands off of it. So speaking of black, having our first, black person on the episode was Sage Steele. And
Well, she ain't full black,
no,
but yeah, I guess you would check the box.
absolutely.
Was that the first woman
No,
and first black person? No, Danae was, right?
Danae was the first female.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, that was another diversity.
It was, yeah.
Checking the box there. But no, Sage came on, which for me was a highlight for me, being a sports fan and being a Sports Center guy and watching
What
her.
a great episode.
Yeah, what a great episode. And she didn't hold too many punches back
No.
either. But just talking sports with her in general was a highlight for me. And then
What was your favorite moment of that episode?
it has to be when we were just talking sports and her mentioning about her interviewing Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, her first interview.
Yeah.
That's great. Here, check it out.
Yeah.
I don't often get to share this because most people I talk to don't care.
Mhm.
However, I know you'll care. Now, even if you don't, you have to pretend like you
I
do.
will. I'm good at pretending.
My first ever interview with Dale Earnhardt Sr. in Indianapolis. And I was a kid right out of college and didn't grow up around NASCAR. I was an Army kid. We lived, all over the world, but NASCAR wasn't a thing. I was at the Brickyard practice and you can only act so well. And I was young and I'm like, you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. You can read all you want. Again, Google, 94, 95. And I asked a couple questions. Then I went up to senior after and I said, hey, would you mind? I'm new here, but would you mind if I ask you a couple questions? And he looked at me. He's like, come with me. Put his arm around me. We walked down to his trailer. And for almost an hour, he just welcomed me and my cameraman in and sat and talked about the sport and the cars.
Wild.
Literally. That was my first ever experience. And I don't think at the time I fully appreciated it, even though I knew who he was. I'd studied him a little.
Mm-hmm.
And then certainly as I got more and more into it, I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's the story I always want people to know, people on the outside who stereotype NASCAR.
Absolutely insane. First interview as a young sportscaster, and you get the GOAT.
Yes.
Not knowing, how that's going to end up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. It's like, interviewing Kobe back in the day.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, like you don't know how that's going to end.
Or Jordan or whatever. I mean,
Well, you remember Garth Brooks, The Dance,
Yeah.
his the music video still gives me goosebumps. But it's like, it's everybody that has, died early,
Yeah.
and I would love to see Garth Brooks do an updated music video for that with people like Kobe and Dale Earnhardt, still throw the Challenger people in there, yeah, it's absolutely insane.
No, that was a fun episode.
But let's go back to Dallas where we was at first, right?
Okay.
We had Court McFadden on.
Oh,
One of my favorite moments of the whole entire podcast was me and Court started chopping it up and talking a little bit raunchy, and he's a young man. His mama's watching.
yeah, he's still young enough where mama's keeping an eye on him.
Here you go, check this out.
Really, how high you can get your feet into his neck, like the higher you can get your legs up,
Yeah,
I mean, it adds points on. Like,
that's
Seriously.
my that's what I aim for in a woman too.
yeah, I mean, yeah, flexibility and
Yeah. You're a young man. Sorry, mama.
You gonna get this boy in trouble with his mama. He's going to get so much.
And she commented.
That's the best part of that whole clip was the fact that his mom commented, and then I even responded, "Ma'am, I am so sorry that I
We're
allowed
friends
you."
on Facebook now.
I was like, "Ma'am, I am so sorry I let your son hang out with Justin." It's like,
God,
this is what
Court is such a good dude. You know what?
great guy.
Everybody, when we were out there at PBR, and from the comments on on YouTube on the podcast, everybody was like, is this just a cowboy podcast? Like, and I'm like, no, we got to get through these. We recorded, we were out at Justin Boots, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was starting to wonder, like, is this all this is going to be? It's just them interviewing cowboys from PBR. In retrospect, we probably should have, done a couple solo episodes.
Had some mix in there, yeah.
Yeah, but no, we got to go back out to Dallas. I love that podcast studio.
Well,
this one fits our personality.
Here's the thing, though, about going out there with the PBR. Everybody there is absolutely amazing. The whole PBR was amazing, and you seem to love everybody. But while we were there was one person you did mention that you don't love, and it's by the name of Russell.
Fuck Russell.
Have you?
And the HOA. Here, let's go back in time. Check this out.
I made a mistake 2 years ago by moving in an HOA.
You don't seem like the type of person that needs an HOA.
I didn't. I crashed out on the HOA president, Russell. You.
Russell has touched a nerve.
I do not like Russell.
Okay. Is it because of them trash cans?
No, he got mad because we parked on the street, but there was street parking. There was room to park. Yeah. And then he got mad when I just started parking on the grass. And I was like, you don't want me parking in the street? Bet. Front yard.
That was our first million viewed, the first video that went viral for the podcast. Probably the only one still to date that has went viral.
But it was perfect. And so have you seen Russell since?
No. Do you think he's seen the video?
I hope
because we don't live there anymore.
Okay.
We don't live in that HOA anymore, right?
Yeah.
I got the hell up out of there as soon as I could.
Yeah.
But I would imagine he's seen it.
I mean, he should. I mean,
fuck that guy.
It's like over 1.2 million people have seen it. So
somebody sent that.
Somebody has shared it with him at some point, I feel like.
Like, Russell, is this you?
Yeah. And maybe my favorite moment in Dallas, which is kind of a sneaky, funny moment, was we had Caden McDonald on.
Yes.
And he is one of the nicest guys that's ever walked the face of the earth. And he's in the middle of a conversation talking about his illustrious college football career that he was very good at. And he decides to mention
where this is going.
He decided to mention a certain team, and you thought that maybe that team was named after something else.
Yeah, well, he said, here, do you just watch it?
Playing Utah in college. We're
the Utes. Did you know that the Utah Utes, that's short for uterus?
No, I know it's not. I know it. I don't know why I believe that for like a half second.
Let me pause your story.
For a second.
My bad.
I was like,
my bad. I got to pause your story.
Do you know where that joke comes from? That joke came from me and my dad went to the 2008 Sugar Bowl.
Yeah.
When Nick Saban, it was his second season coaching, and me and Dad went down to New Orleans. Alabama's on top of the world, man.
I remember.
Right? But we had lost to Florida in the SEC championship, so we go to the Sugar Bowl and we're playing Utah. And all of these, this is when I learned a very important lesson as an adult. Be humble, right? Alabama hadn't arrived yet. You know what I'm saying? We thought we had, but we hadn't. We're still playing the Sugar Bowl. We're playing Utah, and everybody thought we were just going to run clean over
including
Utah.
Me.
So we was out there on Bourbon Street, and I'd see Utah fans like, y'all ready for this country boy ass whooping tonight? I'd be like, you know what Utah Ute stands for, right? So uterus, bunch of pussies, right? Well, I learned a lesson because we got our asses beat bad in that game. Next season, we go on to win the national championship, go undefeated, right? Beat Tim Tebow, get over that hump. And, so that's where that joke came from.
Yeah, that was, and the timing of it where it clicked. He didn't get it when you first said it. And then he goes to say something, he goes, wait a minute. No, it doesn't.
Still to this day, that is the only episode we've ended with a prayer.
No, we ended with Sage Steele with the prayer.
Oh, that's right. We did.
Yeah.
Did she lead the prayer?
You asked her to, yeah.
Oh, Lord, man. My Church of Christ people would be like, you letting a woman pray?
And a black one.
What? That's wild. Absolutely wild.
Yeah. Couldn't believe that. But then, we leave Dallas and, we made ourselves a home here in Nashville.
Yeah, you hooked us up here.
I did, yeah.
Right.
I know the owner and everything. Yeah. I know Steve Ford, who owns Losers, and this used to be Winners, but now Riley Green and him partnered up on it.
Well, it's funny because this is where Love and Theft do their podcast, In the Blind.
Absolutely.
Right? Love and Theft, the very well-known country music group, Angel Eyes. There's a little bit of devil.
Well, I'm
in her.
glad that you finally know what they sing and who they are, because
Have we ever talked about this on here?
what people may not know is,
We had them on the podcast.
yeah,
I did their podcast. We did their podcast. They were on our podcast. When we got done filming our batch of podcasts for the day, we sat down on the couch and did their podcast, and I didn't know who they were. I had no clue. And then we got to the restaurant, and I was like, there's a little bit of heaven in those, right?
Yeah. He looked
Such
at me,
an asshole.
I swear to God, he looked at me and Chewy. He goes, "That's a really good song."
Like I was sitting there singing, I was like, I know that song. I didn't know it was Angel Eyes, though, right? Because I'm thinking, like you say Angel Eyes, and I'm thinking like, dude, that's like like a 1950 song.
Yeah.
Angel Eyes.
Right.
That's
It's a
what
Jeff Healey song. It's
Was
also called
it?
Angel Eyes. It's
That's
like that.
probably
Yeah,
where
that's
my
good.
mind went, and I was like, I don't know who these people are, right? And then I was like, oh, that's a hell of a song, right? And then listened to a couple more. I was like, I know those songs. Like, I know who they are. My bad, bro. My bad. Eric, I played it off good, right?
You played it off really good.
You would have had no clue.
It was actually one of the more impressive things I've ever witnessed. I was like, dang, how does he know about us? And then afterwards, I find out that you clearly.
Yeah, because I was even like, dude, huge fan. Love y'all's music.
Eric's
and
just
everything.
trying to re-up for 2026.
Right.
He's trying to be nice.
Dude, I was even like, hey, huge fan. Love y'all's music and everything. And I did know because y'all had told me you're like Angel Eyes. And I'm like, what in the hell is Angel Eyes? Like, I'm thinking it's like some 1950s duo.
Yeah.
Angel
You only got a
Eyes.
number
Right.
one plaque over here, 1 million singles sold.
Yo, I don't be
Over your
paying
left
attention.
Over your left shoulder.
I don't pay attention. It just is what it is. But yeah, well, we went through the whole day and I had no clue who they were. But I played it off good. You could go back and watch that episode and not have a clue that I don't know who they are.
Not at all.
You know?
Yeah, because we were sitting at dinner. I was like, "How do you not know who Love and Theft?"
How did you get through the whole day?
Yeah. How did you get through the mid 2000s?
But after I played the song sitting at the table, I'm like, oh yeah, I do remember that song. I love it. And I started singing it. Yeah. So I mean, I knew who they were. I just didn't know who they were when. Yeah. Sorry, Eric.
Well-
I love you.
All is forgiven.
I'm just saying, man. Like I love you, bro.
Eric,
If I was gay, I would definitely not expect you to reciprocate. I'm just saying.
Well, that means a lot. It really does.
You're welcome.
yeah,
Thank you. I'm very flattered.
Should
I'm
be.
kind of a Steven guy. But speaking of Love and Theft, I think the blockbuster thing that we found out, and maybe that the world found out, was that Eric's partner in crime,
Steven.
was the subject of a song by Miss Taylor Swift.
Yeah, the muse, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny because some of the Swifties got on here, watch the clip and we'll come back.
Your
I'll never
first
forget that.
tour was with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, hold on. I have a rumor that this may or may not be true. So you can. I heard that maybe one of y'all was a muse behind one of her songs. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah. So what song is it?
It's called "Hey Steven."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice song. Which I when she called me, it's like, "Hey, I got this song I wrote about you that's gonna be on my new record." I was sitting there thinking, "Okay, like we're good."
Oh, so it was like confirmed by her to you that
yeah.
it really.
Yeah.
She called us and asked us to go to Walmart up in Hendersonville with her
Yeah.
to buy the record the night that it came out, and I think she like hinted to you,
Yeah.
like, I just really want you to come. And
Was
I
this
think you
her
were in the-
first breakup song?
No, because
No, it was. It's like
a nice song.
It's,
It's
so
the only
nice.
nice
It's
song
like,
she's
I
ever
can't help
written
it
about
if you
a
look
guy.
like an angel. Like all kind of nice stuff.
Really?
It's like so nice. It's like
So what's funny about that is that some of the Swifties got in the comments like, "Oh yeah, that was back in the day, but now he's MAGA."
Yeah.
I told Steven, I was like, "Hey, did you see these comments?" He was like, "How do they know? I've never said that, but yeah, whatever, you know."
I mean, that was Eric. Do you know? Was that the first time that Steven's ever talked about that?
I don't think it was the first time, but he doesn't talk about it a lot. So
Yeah.
I think that was the first time he's really
Put it out
dove
there.
in and put it out there.
Yeah.
You know, another first that we had on this podcast that I don't know, I would have to ask him, but we're just going to leave it in there like it is. But I think this podcast is the first time that like John Christ has ever opened up about going to rehab.
Yeah. It got a
Right.
little deep there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. Great episode. Wasn't your normal John Christ episode,
Yeah.
but it was a good one. It was great. Here, check it out.
What was the moment for you that said, I need to go? Was it a family member that said something to you, or did you just look in the mirror and say, I got to get some help?
Well, there's I was in the news.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say
This
that.
is
But
pretty hard canceling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't really. I was like I was like performing in a bunch of churches.
Yeah.
All my comedy's in churches, and then afterwards I was getting drunk and making all. And I don't know. It was the dichotomy of those two. Everybody thought I was such a good person, and I was getting worse and worse, and it was like scary because I was trying to. Now,
And you feel like you have to live a life.
Yeah. Ever you ever read that this is not going to connect to anyone unless they're deep down and like the promises of AA? If you ever been to an AA meeting, they read you like the end of it. If you stick to this program, fear of economic insecurity will leave you. No situation will scare you. You'll be able to look everybody in the eye, and that has come true for me.
What a great guy with John. You know what I mean? That was the first time I've met him in person, right? And sometimes meeting famous people or whatever can be a little disappointing. And with John, he was absolutely amazing and just really. What are you looking for? Your little.
Yeah. Why is it when I stand up, it's like just a whole treasure trove of shit under me? I just sat on
You're
stuff.
like a child over there with all your things sitting.
Hey, Meatpod.
You like those?
Yeah, well, one of the owners of one of the other owners of Waze Energy Drinks owns Meatpod.
Yeah.
Right. So
Are they sold in stores?
no, but you can get it online. Meatpod, MIPOD.
MIPOD.
MI hyphen.
Is it MePod or MyPod?
I think it's Meatpod.
That's fine.
I mean, however you want to say it. Blue Chew, where you at? Who else have we had on that was
I think one of the best moments was Dusty Slay taking my seat.
Dude, so how that went down, we didn't talk about this on the podcast, but you're still outside. That was one of those moments when it was like we was blocking off an hour and a half per episode, and Carissa told you I think we should make it 2, and we was getting backed up, right? You didn't listen.
Yeah.
We scheduled them for an hour and a half, and you're still outside chopping it up with our last guest, and I just brought Dusty Slay on in, and Dusty just sat down in the chair, and I was just like, I'm going to let this roll and see how it goes. And me and him sitting here talking while you're out there, and we're waiting to, for you to come back in so we can start. And I'm already in my head like, I think I'm just going to tell Matt, dude, just sit down and let's start this. And I've already formulated in my head how I'm going to introduce the episode. And here's how it went down.
Yep.
Welcome back to White Trash with Money. Justin Danger Nunley, my co-host Dusty Slay, and our special guest today, Matt Lyda.
I'm very replaceable, apparently, in 2025.
Very replaceable.
They call me the Undertaker.
You do have the hair.
I didn't tell Dusty Slay what I was doing, and it was just that right there is a professional comedian.
Absolutely.
They call me the Undertaker.
He knew the moment.
Yes, he did.
He knew the
understood the
timing.
assignment. Yes.
Everything.
Yeah.
And that was absolutely hilarious because I was not expecting that to come out of his mouth.
One of my favorite moments of the episode from the podcasts from the year didn't even happen on an episode.
Okay.
When we went to Halls.
Oh my.
We do have video of it, right? We go check out our Patreon. You can see all this stuff, but we're at Halls, very nice steakhouse. Teddy Swims was there that night.
Yeah.
A lot of famous people go eat at Halls, and they bring all of our steaks out. Andy ordered a tomahawk. He's eating high on the hog when he's with us, eating ramen the rest of the week, but he ate good that night. And
that's just called lunch at Mama's.
Yeah. You ask the wait staff, hey, you have any chopsticks for him? The waiter understood the assignment and brought a bowl of soy sauce out as well. It was perfect.
For $100-something tomahawk.
Yeah, here you go. Check it out.
Friend, I noticed you're struggling a little, so I got some chopsticks. If you'd like. Thank you. A little soy on the side.
With soy?
I ordered that.
it's awesome. He started slowing down, and I said, let's take this back to your roots. Here we go, look. Andy, did you eat the soy sauce?
Yeah, it was great.
Well, Andy's been the, brunt of all of our jokes off camera and on camera.
But he signs off on them.
He does.
He does. So you can't get offended for somebody else.
No.
So just know that Andy's cool
Yes.
with the jokes. He loves.
Yeah.
He's like I have to be cool with him if I still want to get paid.
He's cool with us calling him Asian Andy because he is Asian.
He is
There's
Asian,
nothing
yep.
offensive
Yep.
about that.
No.
So yeah, he's been a lot of fun. And, also Carissa has taken a lot of heat from you as well. Just driving maybe 1 mile down the road, you love to scream at her and yell at her for
I
driving.
do not scream and yell. I do not, but I do correct. It's when you're about to hit another car on my side, I'm gonna speak up. We have to talk about it real quick. So
yeah, we've learned a lot about each other.
I did crash out on you once when we were at PBR on that Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And you had set everything up, and then we get there, and I realized we don't have seats.
Yeah.
You just got us like roam around tickets. I was like, dude, we have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I
You're
knew the
like,
lady
it'll
was-
work out.
I knew the lady was going to take care of us.
You's like, but how do you know?
Because it always does.
No, okay. I just hate not having a plan.
See,
I'm
I
a
live
planner.
with no plan.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm not structured, but I'm structured at the same time.
Because you ask me all the time, like you always are concerned about me. Like,
Yeah.
are you okay? I'm like, no, man, everything's fine. I'm cool.
You don't.
Like-
One thing that I learned about you that's wild is that you only book one-way flights.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when you're leaving.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
Why would you book a round trip? I might come here and realize that tomorrow night Eric's going to have George Strait as the main act on the bill. So why wouldn't I just want to
Then
stick
you
around?
just change your flight.
Well, yeah, maybe I want to fly somewhere else. Well, maybe I want to leave here and go to San Diego or something, or go back. And I always have my passport with me too. You never know.
Always.
Yeah, I might decide I want to go to Mexico from
That
here.
way, if Scooter Brown calls, says, we got children to rescue.
Come on, let's go.
That was a wild moment of the
1000%.
year. I did not, I had no clue who Scooter Brown was
Yeah.
before he came on, right? Because, a little behind the scenes, some guests you bring on, some guests I bring on, right? And I don't do research on guests that I don't know because I want to learn with the audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask the questions that one of the viewers would have while they're watching it. And when he started talking about that, whoa, that blew my mind. Check it out.
And I was talking to Andy, and I was like, dude, I just feel horrible. Like, they're getting invaded. His orphanage is like about 3 hours south of Kiev. And he was like, well, why don't we just go get him? And I was like, well, we can't just do that. And he goes, well, I'm a Green Beret, you're a Marine. Why can't we? I'm like, So we bought tickets to Warsaw, Poland, and we're there 2 days after the invasion and spent 3 weeks over there getting his entire orphanage out, like right after the invasion.
Holy shit.
And we ended up getting him into Lithuania and got accused for child trafficking. Homeland Security came to my house like 3 times. Dude.
He calls Tyler.
Dude,
Owner of
Tyler.
Nunley.
Brother, I just got chill bumps. You went and freed a bunch of kids from an orphanage that, good Lord.
Yeah.
Why don't you lead with that story?
There's very few people like a Scooter Brown out there that's super talented on stage, play an instrument, sing and everything, but then has the heart that he does,
Yeah.
where he will literally go on the other side of the world to go save other people. So I appreciate guys like Scott. And,
It's nice to have people like that in
Yeah.
your corner too. You know?
And I will say that one of the funniest moments was we were able to get Chris Young and have him cancel his In the Blind episode so that he comes on our episode.
This is what it felt like when I got arrested.
While we got him here, if you want to slide a mic over, where I thought this was going was yesterday.
I got you.
Yesterday we had a slot open for this time, right? And I said, hey, I'll call Chris. I would love to have Chris Young on the podcast. Let's talk about it. And so I texted Chris and I said, hey, are you free? Tomorrow at 2:45. So I can get you on the podcast. And he's like, yeah, I don't think I have anything going on. And then go ahead. We walked back in the room and he said, "You son of a bitch."
You son of a bitch. I just got a text from Chris Young. He's canceling on me because he said somebody's.
Whoa. Hang on. Wait. In fact, he does not need a microphone.
Chris,
I did not cancel on you.
No, but lies.
I never agreed. And then I tried to call you and you didn't answer because you were running cameras.
He said,
I was trying to at least give you a heads up. Be like, hey, man, Nunley's
make
been on a
Wednesday.
podcast that I did before. Feel like I owe him one.
It's a charity thing.
What the hell? This is what it felt like when I got arrested.
False
I didn't even do
accusations.
anything.
He had no clue that Eric was producing the podcast. I was like, "Hey, we got Chris Young for tomorrow," and Eric said, "Yeah, he just canceled on me for tomorrow, so that's great." and Chris Young came back as Santa Claus last week for our Christmas episode, which is phenomenal.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's so funny that you've got somebody as big as Chris in this industry that we're able to call up, and he ends up canceling on Eric. For us. He walks in and sees Eric producing our show, and he's like, "Oh crap! Well, I guess I got to come tomorrow." Then.
Yeah, we locked him in for tomorrow, and then Chris gave me that was one of the craziest things I've ever been given. He had me an entire
plaque made with
ridiculous.
9 billion strings.
Are you serious? He put my name. Are you kidding me? Brother, he's next door. Have I ever hit my head on the door? There he is. All right, Chris Young's just a big teddy bear, you know? What's up, brother? Thank you. That's fantastic.
Dude,
I wasn't expecting that.
Eric, can you get me a plaque with something on it?
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't had that many streams, so it's going to be like 150. So
It's like a wooden plaque. It's got a little.
It's a toilet seat, actually, with our logo on it. So
with a CD hanging from a fishing string.
I love it spinning around. Let me tell you something. If that was an award, I would hang that on the wall before I'd hang up the.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it for you. Is this being made as we speak?
Oh,
That's
no,
perfect.
it's hilarious.
That's hilarious.
I would put that up in my office tomorrow. That is so funny.
What is your favorite moment from this past year's episodes?
Let's see. Probably when Danae told me Konnichiwa out of the blue.
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. Here, check it out.
I could drive a lifted Toyota Tundra with some 36s
Hey,
on
Andy,
it.
she drives a Toyota.
Let me just go ahead. Hey, man, brother. Konnichiwa.
Andy.
And so I just want to throw that out there, okay? I'm not a part of the Subaru crew.
Oh, God, I love Danae. She's so funny. That episode, there was one part, and we still can't show it.
No.
My favorite moment from this past year's episodes, and I know I'm teasing it for the audience, and we can't show it. I'm telling you right now, we can't show it because she didn't sign off on it, but it was like top tier joke. Top tier. It was perfect. And only us can enjoy. Maybe one day she'll give me the green light because I text her about once a month like, "Hey, can we put that clip out?" And she's like, "No, you're not putting that clip out." But it was, oh God, such a good joke.
Well, I think that's where probably Eric and Andy hold the keys to the kingdom because they have all the footage that we can't put out there, and so we have to be, we can joke with them, but we still got to be nice to them.
Right?
So
Exactly. Yeah. They could cancel all of us
real quick
with a quickness. Yeah.
real quick. But more than anything, this last year has been just a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. We try not to take too many things serious and just try to bring a little bit of joy to somebody's life for about an hour every week. And hopefully we've been able to do that for the last year.
I think we have, and I appreciate you agreeing to do this podcast with me. I don't think I've ever said that, but I've enjoyed it. Enjoyed getting to know you. And, dude, I'm looking forward to a hell of a 2026.
Me too. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's a lot of plans and a lot of opportunities in the future. And I appreciate you doing the podcast as well and getting me off the streets of unemployment. Amy does like to eat every now and then, and she likes a roof over her head, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, we didn't need you tooting your ass out,
Yeah.
so at the truck stops.
Yeah. I mean, we did get a new Loves and a Pilot right down the street, so options.
Yeah,
just
you
in
do have
case.
options. You know what we didn't ask?
What?
Eric, what was your favorite moment of this past year's episodes?
I think my favorite moment was when I realized during our episode that you truly had no clue who we were. It was one of those, oh, I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
So what's it like bartending in Nashville? What?
I had no clue that when he took the seat for his podcast, I was like, oh, he's one of the Love and Theft guys. I still didn't know who Love and Theft was. You know what I'm saying? Like the pieces are starting to come together. And then I was just like, nah, fuck it, we're rolling with it. And I'll just ask at Chewy's,
Well, man, what a year. 2025 is behind us. 2026 is in front of us. I appreciate you. I appreciate our entire team that makes this happen.
Shout out to Merit Productions.
Yes.
Everybody that has partnered with us this year, Waze Energy Drinks, Free. Who else have we had? As Kingsway Pharmaceuticals.
Yep.
With the Blue Emu, and that was my first taste of ad reads. I'm like, what is Matt doing right now? Like, I'm used to just standing in front of a camera and showing you, and then Matt just goes he's like, I got this, and then this. Yeah.
Let's just be different with our ad reads.
When Crystal saw the ad for the Bikini Zone, she was like, oh my God, because you brought Crystal up. Or did I?
I can't remember.
I don't know, but she was just like, oh my God. Like, people I work with at the church are going to see this,
Yeah, and man, not to drag this out, but my sister really she's got a lot. She's been having to explain a lot of things to the ladies at church at the ladies' auxiliary meetings and dinners.
I loved you FaceTiming her the last time we were together.
Yeah.
That was fun. She was not very happy with either one
the
of
holidays
us.
have been really weird to go back home and have to go to church with the family, and they're all looking at me like...
There's so many moments.
We didn't know. We didn't know you and Brooke had that type of relationship.
Oh, now we've got first name Brooke.
It's actually her middle name.
Is it really? So many things.
I'm
telling you, if you blow that again, I'm shoving it up your ass, and every time you fart, you're going to be celebrating 2026.
Fingers crossed. Let's go.
Anyways, that's been White Trash with Money. Happy 2026, y'all. Please be safe. Have a great day. I hope you have the best new year that you could possibly have, and, love, wealth, and prosperity to come.
Eat some collards and black-eyed peas.
And hog jaw. Please end this hell of this episode. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, it fell you. Listen, did you know? Well, thanks for tuning in. White Trash with Money podcast.